He said, I just want to see the light leave their eyes. Killing somebody, man, I couldn't do it that way. Do it that way. That was way too intense. Way too personal. Way too personal.
Call me a rookie, but I'd rather shoot somebody that's not even looking at me.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like that's almost better for the shooter too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to see that.
Less guilt, you know? I don't need to see the eyes roll back.
You gotta be a fucked up person, bro, to want to be like, let me see the fucking life leave your face.
Right.
Or you, like...
Or you gotta be really angry. Like, if you're, like, really fucking upset with somebody, maybe...
Dude, but I only see it in, like, the pussiest of moments. Like, where you're like, I want to see the life. Like, if your bitch cheat on you, I feel like it's reserved for those pussy moments.
You fucking trip over your dog while you're trying to move a couch.
Oh, no.
Came back to life.
Fucking A, dude.
Stop it. So, yeah, it's usually never worth it if you having a little angry moment and you want to fucking just kill somebody or something.
Yeah, if you just want to strangle the life out of a hoe.
Because you think about it 24 hours later and you're like, damn, I really was just looking for my wallet. You know? I found the wallet too, so.
Dude, I have a hard time shaking the anger even after I find the thing. Like even after I find the thing, don't even, because there's times where you'll find the thing, someone will come up and be like, oh, you found it? And dude, even that makes you want to go like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I fucking found it, dude. It was never lost. It was just hidden by you, so what the fuck, you know?
Or you just find it in such a fucking dumb spot, like it doesn't even make you happy. Like fucking, of course.
And then I hate when people are like, bro, you found it though. I'm like, I wish you understood it though. Like, cause it's like fucking got a little pokey on my hat and I touched it. It hurt. That's all I can think about. No. But it's like, God, I lost the train of thought there.
It was all you could think about, was it?
Yeah.
You were talking about
log in
after you find it, and they say, "But you found it though," and you're like, "Yeah, but I'm still angry."
Oh yeah, it is a very primal anger. It is a very primal anger. Oh yeah, if you find it in a spot that it takes all the fun out of it because you don't understand when somebody comes up to you and you're like, oh, you found the thing. But it's like, bro, I went through hell and back in my mind 14 times, bro.
Do you know
like, so bad.
You know something stupid that I get angry about?
What?
Like, if I'm doing something that, like, requires some sort of fucking concentration just for a second, like, let me just fucking do this, and all of a sudden I just gotta fucking piss. I gotta use the bathroom, and I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'd fucking set it down. I'll reapproach it when I'm fucking done pissing. But like, sometimes I'll be getting pissed off. Like I'm looking for something, and then like, oh great, now I gotta go I gotta go piss right now. Yeah.
I don't like shit that pisses me off is when I like have such a nice like set of time open to do nothing, and my lady puts shit in that time in such the weirdest way. Like, we'll get done doing something. She knows, like, I'm about to get up and go enjoy some time. And she'll be like, hey, but wait, could you go do that? And that shit right there aggravates me.
I was hoping to do something else.
Yeah. I got to tell her every time. Shit aggravates me a little bit. But, yeah, I'll do that for you. Shit I just found out the other day that irritates me is when I'm doing something clearly and somebody tries to be like, hey, yo, can you do this real quick? And then I'm like clearly doing something. So I don't respond because I'm like locked in. Yeah. And then they just, hey, could you do that? Hey, could you do that? Hey, could you just do that? And I have to look up and be like, do you not see me fucking, can I finish my thought? Like, can I finish my thought? Okay?
Let me do this.
Yeah, let me fucking finish my thought and then I can help you. Like, fuck. Or if it's like that serious, bro, do the thing yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm obviously clearly busy.
You ever think to hit it with like just give me a second?
Oh, yeah, but it's when you're locked in thought, bro. There's sometimes you can't even say that.
I could see that.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't. Or you do and you say, hey, can you see I'm busy? Can you give me a second? Yeah. And then apparently that's not how you should do it. But no, yeah. Dude, another thing that makes me angry, complaining. Since, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not a big fan of that. Complaining. If you do complain a lot, where does it come from? Is it like seriously? Is it a sense of needing to just speak and like complain, or is it because like the person personally feels that shit is happening all the time? You know.
I get really.
So let's try that again. We're gonna form it.
I get very annoyed, right,
Yeah.
when strangers speak to me. like, hear me out though. Hear me out.
It's like your whole 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Strangers speaking.
No,
to you.
but it's like unnecessary speaking.
Yeah.
Like fucking, you're over there and I'm over here. I'm doing my thing, and you spot me and you're like, oh, that's a victim. And you walk up and you're like, so how about this nothingness? And what do you like? We're not friends.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk to me like I'm your buddy.
Yeah.
Fucking leave me alone.
You just, the meaningless conversations.
I'm never gonna see you again.
I will
never see you again.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't want I don't want to give off a bad impression and be a dick, even though I'm never gonna see you again. But we don't need to have this conversation and pretend to be like, super friendly, because I will never see you again.
Yeah, like I don't care how your weekend was. You know.
I don't want to hear about it.
I get that. That's a fucking toughie, dude. I really don't give a shit about it. And you know, the best fucking joke written about it is the Tom Segura joke about the bank. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about
that whole situation. Well, the bit kind of goes where he's walking into a bank and there's a dude who opens the door and he goes, "You going to the bank?" And he goes, "I'd like to. Like, is this still a bank?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, okay." Goes to walk in and he's like, "How you doing?" and Tom goes, "Fine. How are you?" And he goes, "Oh, actually." And then it's just like that whole thing, you know, doesn't need to happen.
No, for sure.
I get it, bro. That just lets you know some motherfuckers are lonely. You gotta spot that and you gotta nip it in the ass, because that's a weakness.
I get a little bit of small talk. Like, I can understand it. Like, if we're both waiting for the same elevator, and we have to fucking stand right next to each other, or we're in the elevator, or something of that scenario. But don't fucking track me down and fucking come over to where you weren't gonna go before, and fucking have this conversation that doesn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm just doing my thing. I'm doing my thing. If I wanted to speak to you, I'd walk to you and fucking interrupt your thing. But I'm a better person than that.
Yeah.
I'm a better person.
Well, I think it stems from understanding that we all got our thing, and sometimes you just gotta let them cook. Let them cook. Yeah. No, I'm just not a big fan of that kind of shit myself.
But I also get it, because some people, they don't have a whole lot of people to talk to in life. You know,
yeah, my mom's one of those
I've
people.
got enough friends. I don't need to be your pal.
Yeah.
It's
hard though,
that
because
sounds like so bad.
But when you're glowing excellence at this level, dog, people smell it. I get what you were saying, dude. I'm on that. Yeah, peasants. When peasants see royalty, they just feel the need to fucking.
It's not what I'm getting at.
I got the picture. But yeah, that's all you mean.
I'm not fucking walking into the bank to make new friends.
No.
Or the bar, even.
No, like, which is crazy though, because that's kind of the MO there.
Yeah,
that's kind of like what you're supposed to do.
Some people do that, but
I mean, but you're kind of more hooting and hollering sometimes, huh? But you have a good time either way.
What the fuck is that even supposed to mean?
Just loud. You're a loud guy at the bar.
It's alright.
You make friends though.
Yeah. What's new? What's new in your world?
Fucking, it's a great question. Oh, I had a little bit of a fucking a doozy, bro. I was running into where I just kept fucking feeling guilty for shit, like not doing shit or not being out of place, and I realized that's stemming from a lot of self-doubt. But it made me think about all that's around me, bro. We got a lot of good shit in our life, you know.
Oh yeah.
I got fucking a beautiful family, a beautiful home. You know, I got shit for me and stuff working towards the future. So it was kind of just a weird couple of weeks there for a second where I just, like, it would almost like, because I've been trying to lose weight and, like, quit nicotine, and it always, I feel like those hard choices that you gotta make for yourself always come with some guilt behind it. Whether you do the right thing or the wrong thing, there's always a little bit of guilt on each side. And I was thinking, like, guilt is probably one of those only emotions that when you feel it, you feel bad, and if you don't feel it, sometimes you feel bad. Like if you don't feel guilty for a situation, sometimes that can make you feel bad as well. You know, and fucking, I don't know. It took a fucking couple of days to really figure out that I just gotta stop being a bitch on some shit. And I don't know. You might have even saw my little Snapchat story. I gave a motivational speech about stop being a bitch, and that was really just for my own self, because sometimes I gotta remember, man, I'm the shit and I stepped in it, bro. So I just gotta remember. I just gotta fucking remember, dude.
You're the steppy and the stepper, right?
Yep. I'm the stepped in and the stepped on.
It's like a fucking...
It's a cycle.
Yeah, it's a never-ending fucking parabola.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But other than, like, trying to fucking figure out that existential crisis, you know? And then also going fucking bald at the same time. Shit, like, I'm telling you.
I think thinking about that shit sometimes too hard might be what's making you go bald.
I mean, the way my brain works is if I think it'll happen. So I was saying I was balding for a long time, and now I just can't be surprised that it is. Because that's how my mind works, where it's like, I knew, like, I would talk about it, like, eventually I'll go bald, or I'll rock the skullet, or all that, because I would see my dad and his dad and my mom's dad, they're all a bunch of baldies, all a bunch of nuts. And so I just fucking spoke it into my own future, and I can't. That's kind of like the thing, bro. It's like, that's why, like, complainers get to me. It's because, like, you gonna sit there and say, oh, this happened, and I know this is gonna happen, and then complain, and then the shit happens, or the shit fucking goes the way you think it's gonna go, and it's like, in my mind, because I believe what I do, you sow your own seed right there. That's where it, like, really irritates me.
My complaint, my fucking downfall is that I'm gonna have this fucking full head of hair so long as I live.
There you go. And if you believe it, I believe you.
Right? Yeah. I'll just have a beautiful head of hair forever.
See, that's that thing too, though, where it's like, even those little small, where it's like, but I could be bald. You can't let those stay in there. You gotta fucking flip them, bro. This is, for anybody who struggles with, like, those doubtful fucking phrases where, oh, I can't do that, or I can't do that. You change it to an I remember phrase, where it's like, oh, I remember when I used to think I couldn't do that, or I remember when I used to think this, or I used to think I was gonna go bald. Because then it shows in your mind and in your brain that you are behind that thought, that you're still on the front one. You know what I'm saying? One day I'm gonna dive deep into it. I am excited. If you guys are listening right now, we're gonna have a new show coming to the podcast, or not the podcast, but to the YouTube channel. A new show coming. The name is still under locks. We don't know quite yet. We're still making some good tweaks on it. I will say that Mr. T is gonna be the host of it. It's gonna be strictly his show. I'm just gonna produce on it, so you won't even see me too much. It's gonna be strictly Mr. T, and we're gonna be giving fucking good fucking advice talks. There's gonna be questions answered. It's gonna be a really good show. We're gonna dive a whole lot deeper on the mental belief and the I remember phrases and all of that stuff. It's gonna be in there, so make sure you do tap into that if that sounds like a cool way that maybe might work for you in your life. Because once you really take control over everything, like you really don't allow motherfuckers to piss you off. You take responsibility for every situation. Like, shit just goes smoother. Any bad situation that happened in your life, you have to take responsibility. Not that the situation itself is your fault, but the feelings you have are your choice to control. So it's like, it's not necessarily about what happens, but it's how you react to what happens.
Man of wisdom, Mr. T.
Yeah, he is. He is, bro. That's a man who had every opportunity to touch a bunch of kids and didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't an introduction.
No. I mean, go check back on the previous interview. We've done one with Terrence before. He's a cool ass dude.
Let's say like episode 13 or something real early on like that.
Yeah, a little fun fact. That was the first ever episode that A-Money Aaron, guy who's usually here, that's the first episode he ever edited and kind of worked with us on. So
is that a fact?
Yeah, it is a fact.
Oh yeah, I remember because it was like 3 hours.
Yeah, and he had to do it twice. So
shit.
But it's just kind of crazy to see where the journey is going. And like Mr. T, cool ass dude, and I'm excited for you guys to see that show. I think it's gonna catch like fucking fire, you know, because it's gonna be a lot more. I wouldn't say directed, but it's just like there is a sequence we follow with Mr. T's show compared to where this is just fun. We're having a good time every week, catching up, smoking, drinking, having fun. His is gonna be a lot more dialed in. We're gonna do segments and sagas.
More of a message there.
Exactly. And if that's something you're interested in, fucking subscribe to the channel because it's gonna be on this YouTube channel. But yeah, more of that coming later. But it does tie in well with what I was saying, and I kind of do want to get more, not deeper, but real on this show. Like we do a lot of joking, having fun and stuff, but we do have a platform and shit. It's good to talk about some things. You know what I mean? I know Tony. Tony's excited about that too. You know, he's a big talker. That guy.
Right up my alleyway.
Yeah. Tony's the funny brother, and I think. Oh, dude, let's tell him, bro. Let's
big
tell him.
hard-hitting questions.
Let's
tell
tell
him.
him.
What are we telling him?
You're fucking Clarence. Tell him what happened at
No.
your age of 23 years old, bro. Tell him how you have a wonderful life now, mommy and a daddy.
It's all circumstantial that my mom moved in with my dad, but you know.
Oh, well, yeah, it's a circumstance, but the whole it's crazy. Buddy's street cred is gone. You're gonna have to start doing stuff now.
Got a mom and a dad.
Live under the same roof,
Yeah.
pussy. I feel like I should make fun of you now because you have a mom and a dad.
No.
I do think it's funny that your mom picks on her dad, though.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to watch.
Watching this fucking tough dude my dad will tell you he's tough as fucking Elephant Hill, but I don't really quite
Tough
see
as
it
what?
myself. Elephant Hill.
Right. Actually,
It makes
the
sense.
bottom of elephants' feet are pretty soft.
Squishy. You saw that
I did
TikTok?
see the video, yeah. It's for weight distribution.
Yeah.
If you get stepped on by an elephant, it
It's
will
like-
kill you.
No,
Well,
it'll kill
never
you.
kill you.
It'll kill you.
But I think if it steps on your limb or something, you'd be alright. I don't know. I have to rewatch the TikTok video. Somebody link it in the comments.
What are the odds, bro? What are the odds that you and I see the same TikTok feeds? You know? Because, like, I'll be saying some shit and you'll be like, oh, I saw that video. Like, how is it really like
I don't think the odds are too crazy because think about the amount of fucking little videos you watch in one sitting. You know what I mean? And a lot of them get fucking pushed to the same fucking folks.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you remember what you used to do before TikTok, Instagram, before Reels? Do you remember what you used to fucking fill your time with?
Lots of Facebook.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. Shit, yeah. You ask about me. The fucking.
Hey, why don't you tell about the glory days on the old FB, bro?
Fucking.
Hey, I don't want to toot Tony's horn, bro, but Buddy had fucking curation on lock for these
This was,
fucking memes, dude.
And the big 2022 as well. Like, it was like somebody was keeping that shit alive, and I'm not gonna say I was him. You know what I mean? No, but it was like-minded people like myself.
Again, Tony single-handedly kept Facebook working during COVID.
I bet you if you went back and like saw some of these posts, it would be super cringy. But at the time, there were some good ones there. There were some fucking funny ones.
You know, my favorite Facebook meme photo will always be, it's the dude who has like a bunch of shaving cream all over his face and his hair's like fucking slicked back and he's turned at the camera like this.
Yeah.
And it's like when you hear the door handle jiggle when you're jerking off or something. That shit will always live in my mind. I think that was the first one I saw and like was like, haha, screenshot, you know? I had to steal some valor for that one. You know, I didn't start crossing my legs like I do until I was in high school, bro. I used to think that was the gayest shit. My cousin, he would cross his legs and he would do it like hella fucking, like, you know, like the knee. And I used to be like, dude, why are you sitting like that? Like, he was always super skinny too. So it was just like, I don't know, it was just like one line when he sat. It was weird. It was like a fucking,
funny.
it's like a fucking L. But, I never understood it. It's not comfortable. I mean, I like to sit like this, and, you know, I kind of get it, but...
I never liked doing the crisscross applesauce as a kid.
No. I have some good stories about crisscross applesauce. I don't know if I ever told this story, but...
I did.
What? Go ahead.
You and that little girl.
Damn it. Wait, hold up. It sounds weird when you just say that. Context. I was also little. We were littler. Yeah. Got some fucking happy times at the circle time. That's crazy to me that I was able to speed up a long story. At circle time, I would put my hand in my girlfriend's pants at the time. It was like first grade, you know what I'm saying? Play with little ass cheeks, little butthole. And I just don't know how we never got caught. Like, I could not imagine myself at 6 years old, like, putting my hand, and not getting seen. Like, this bitch was stupid, this teacher. I was like, she worked at that school 1 year, then fucking left. Her name was Miss Young. God. Dude, I also fucking got underneath a table in her class, first grade, put my feet under it, and just started lifting that shit. And they called the principal about it. And I don't know what was going through my mind, but I decided to throw the pencil box at the teacher. And then she quit. She didn't even finish. She didn't even come back the next year.
Respect, dude.
Yeah. I wonder, I really do think about, like, how many teachers, like, went home and probably talked shit about me as a kid. Bro, you ever think of that? Like, I was, because my thing is I was never violent. I was never, like, hitting kids, pushing. I never got in fights. I was just a mouthy asshole. I was just a little fucking wizard with the words.
Yeah, smart ass.
Yeah.
Real fucking smart ass, dude.
Yeah.
I get some. Dude, I bet you I was dropping bangers in classrooms since fucking 06.
You know what I'm saying, dude?
I mean?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I like, there's people who I connect with in Discord, who I went to high school with or elementary school with, and they remember the shit that I said to teachers. Like, and that's always like a fucking, your references are out of this world kind of moment, dude. Like, when they fucking hit me with the, dude, do you remember fucking sex ed when you told the teacher not to touch your penis? And I was like, yeah, I do. That's crazy. And it was funny that during that interaction at the sex ed, how I got kicked out of it, I was playing with some sticky notes, and the teacher came and grabbed my sticky notes. And then when he grabbed them, I was like, oh, don't try to touch my dick. And, like, the class laughed, and he's like, Ethan, get out of here. And he, like, sat at his desk, and he put my sticky notes next to him. And, like, when I was getting my pass, I, like, grabbed the sticky notes, but I only grabbed the top of them. And they were the kind that, like, and I, like, pulled them across his desk. And, like, on the way out, and, dude, it was so good. He got so fucking pissed, bro. The whole class was like, whoa! Like, dude.
Buddy was walking to the office with his thumbs tucked under his back. No,
dude, it was funny because as I'm leaving, like, the unit, like, area where all the classrooms were, his window's open, and I just hear him in there fucking, that's why. Like, he's just going off on the class because he's just pissed off that everyone was laughing and shit like that. And I just remember going, fuck you, like, to the window.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. I was an asshole. I set the fucking record in my 5th grade year for most conduct reports by a single student.
It's like harmless assholery, though. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah. I was just a dick to the teachers, bro. That's it. I mean, if you want to get real, I probably only made 1 or 2 teachers probably cry.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, I was never a dick to the teacher. I was fucking very reasonable the entire time. And they had fucking issues. The teachers, they had their fucking issues, and I was just being mighty reasonable. And I don't think they liked that. I don't think they liked a fucking kid coming out to them with some reason. You know what I mean?
With some valid fucking points.
Some valid points.
Yeah.
It's always a fucking, well, I'm an adult. Well, fuck you.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's a valid point.
Did you ever think about this?
Fuck you? Yeah.
Imagine that.
No, like, the teachers, bro, I hated that high horse shit. I hated it. And there was this kid, too, whose dad was our teacher. And I remember telling him one day, I was like, bro, you need to tell your dad, bro, to back the fuck off, bro. Like, I remember telling him, I was like, bro, your dad's a bitch. I do not like him. And he was just like, yeah. But then, like, it totally made sense because I went to my grandmother's school for middle school. And, like, all of those kids were like, oh, that's your grandma? oh, dude, she's an asshole. And I was like, kill her grandma, though. Kill her grandma. Like, best grandma you could ask for. I get that you don't like her as a teacher, but the sweetest, best lady you would ever meet outside of it.
You should see her when she asks you if you're hungry.
Yeah. You should come to her house and be hungry. So, that's just so funny. And did you ever think about that growing up, like what your teachers did outside of school?
No.
Or like,
not really.
Could you ever, like, it's hard to imagine, like, oh, this person's married, like, they're fucking and, like, drinking and smoking.
No, I had this one teacher that, it was an art teacher. We knew that, like, she would always talk about, like, how she was into, like, cycling and, like, biking. Yeah. And it was just the goofiest shit to think about. It was the goofiest just shit. Fucking. Yeah, she pulled up pictures every once in a while, and we're like, yeah, that's pretty much what we thought it would look like.
Dude, I had a fucking... You said it was an art teacher?
Yeah.
I had an art teacher in middle school. This fucking guy was... I didn't like him. He was one of those ones I butted heads with. But no, what he did the craziest shit when I wasn't in the class, but he did this to another kid. When they were finished with their final, he allowed students to go into the art closet and play with a Ouija board.
That's insane.
And bro, right hand to God, that's what happened. Like, he was like, you're done with your final, you could go play with the fucking Ouija board, dude. In the middle school. Like, this guy was trying to send demons home with kids, bro.
Buddy probably has one following him around and he's trying to fucking send off to somewhere else.
He also broke a student's phone.
Oh,
he put
it on the floor?
No, he put it in his pocket and then ran into a table and it shattered in his pocket.
Oh, how does one explain that?
Yeah. But all I remember is the kid was fucking pissed, obviously. And he ended up, I think he was done after that year. I think the Ouija board and the phone breaking kind of like sealed the deal on him.
I had a teacher that used to take phones once and...
That's crazy to me. It's just don't give it to him. What?
Yeah.
Can't take it if you don't give it.
But she had like a drawer full of like phones, and I want to say somebody got into the phones and stole the phones that the teacher was now in charge of that didn't even belong to her. So I can only imagine how they explain that.
That's that bullshit.
That's that bullshit.
That's that bullshit. They're going to take some shit from you with no regards to keeping it safe.
I remember in elementary school, there was this one kid that was just like always caused problems. But he was a funny dude. But like on meds type of cause problems. So fucking one day the teacher let him pick somebody to fucking walk with him to go get his meds. And I walked with him. And on the way, we stopped at like somebody's fucking office. But he fucking went into this teacher's office, stole her phone, and was flexing it all lunch and shit, taking pictures. Never saw that kid again. Never saw that kid again.
Buddy got buried underneath the school. Yeah. Fuck. And you said no.
And they asked me about it too. They're like,
why the fuck did he pick you? Were you just buddy with this guy? This window licker?
I'm also fucking, we talk shit. We talk shit to the teacher, ain't no thing.
Yeah.
So... But yeah.
See, one teacher took my shit talking and tried to benefit me from it, which was nice. That was second grade. She fucking put me on my desk. That teacher was lit. Apparently, I had showed up one time, fell asleep at reading time at like 8 a.m. She let me sleep the whole damn day. And then woke me up at the end of the day and was like, all right, buddy, it's time to go home. I was like, what happened? You fell asleep? I was like, you just let me sleep? She's like, you seem like you needed the sleep.
Respect.
Yeah. That's the type of shit that teachers need to be on, bro. If a student comes to school and falls asleep, you need, like, especially in, like, elementary school, bro, you need to figure out what's going on. Let the fucking kids sleep.
That's how the teachers were at Sequoia, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like Sequoia is, like, that's like college almost. Like, they don't give a fuck if you show up. You're doing this for yourself. If you don't show up, bro, they don't give a fuck.
They'll tell you that first day.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah, they'll tell you, like, if you don't want to fucking learn, we're not going to make you learn.
Yeah. Bro,
if you don't want to fucking get your credits, don't get your credits, son. But fucking, we will be here to help you.
That's Sequoia, bro. That school. That's probably the best thing you could have done in high school.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Definitely helped. You got me there. Because I tried the online school shit. That sucked. That fucking sucked.
Yeah, I really thought I was not going to enjoy when I went back to high school. And you know what I was thinking about is I'm technically a high school dropout. Pretty technically. Like, I got expelled 2 months before graduation, but then I went to the alternative school and they said the same thing. Like, we're here, but we're not going to force you. And then I just went into working full time, and then I just started working. So, I mean, technically, I am a high school dropout. But then I went back and got my diploma. But it definitely was a little spooky because they said it was going to be online. And I'm like, I don't really learn well online.
I got suggested dropping out. They're like, maybe you should just drop out. Like,
did your mom suggest
yeah,
that?
Yeah. Like, you want to drop out? Go ahead. I'm like, well, do you think I fucking can't do it?
Yeah.
You think I'm not capable, dude?
Yeah.
I'm fucking...
Did my sister graduate?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes, she did.
That's right. Her fucking graduation party just so happened to be on your birthday. I remember.
Yeah. My mom will die on that mountain. She's always like, I asked you if it's okay. I asked you if you were cool with it.
There's a mountain like that my mom will die on. There was one Easter, bro. She asked me, like, leading up, she's like, you didn't want a thing anymore? Like, are you getting too old? And I'm like, yeah, I'm too old. You know?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
And then the day comes and fucking all the homies got their little baskets and
some candy.
and some little gifts. And then I'll fucking come in after the fucking day and I'm like, you didn't even give me a fucking basket. Like, I was upset and hurt, dude. I was like, you didn't even give me a basket? She's like, yeah, you said you didn't want one, so no, I didn't. I was like, bro, I want one now. And so she went to the Walgreens and got me one, but she fucking, yeah, that's a mountain she'll stand on. She's like, you said you didn't want one.
You know,
I was fucking 11, Mom. Of course I still want a fucking Easter basket. Are you shitting me?
you know that story about my mom saying she knows how to hot wire a car?
Yeah.
And then she wouldn't do it. I tried to tell that to my dad, and as soon as I started, he was like, your mom doesn't know how to hot wire a fucking car, and laughed in my face. I was like, I fucking knew that. That's where the story was going.
I was gonna say, he's like, bro, if you let me fucking finish, I was gonna arrive at that conclusion as well.
She will die on that mountain.
Shit, that's crazy. That's fucking wild. Like, to claim that, you know? Like, to claim so hard, like, I can hot wire a car. Then the situation arises where that would be very helpful if you could just hot wire this fucking car.
And I say, don't you know how to hot wire a car? And she says,
yeah, but I'm not gonna.
At that point, the game is up. Like, no, hot wire a car.
That's like a because I said so. You know, that's like a one of those, dude.
I used to argue with my mom, and
that's another AOI.
It would always end with a because I'm fucking grown. Because I'm an adult. I'm like, that does not fucking make you right. That means, ooh, that's a cop-out because you know you're not going to win this fucking conversation. I'm hitting you with knowledge. I'm hitting you with facts.
Reason?
Facts, reason, knowledge. And all you got to defend yourself is that you're grown. I will be grown one day.
And here you are, bro. Are you going to make that same argument though later in life to your kids? Are you ever going to hit them with that? Because I'm grown.
Yeah, for sure. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who doesn't get fucking argued with very much.
Oh, big dog?
Yeah, but I think it's just because I know better than to try to argue with my mom. So.
Well, you got that tactic, you know. You'll let them, you'll walk away and be like, you're right. Dude.
I don't gotta convince you.
You're right. Is there anything like recently that you've had to just walk away from and been like, you're right, dude, whatever?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
not that I can think of, though. Hold on, give me a minute.
I'm sure this bloke at work has done that shit to you.
Yeah, it happens all the time. it's a constant thing.
God damn. That's good. I haven't had to do that in a minute, so.
Well, when you get good at it, you'll do it without even realizing it.
Yeah.
It's just fucking.
Like, how do you not have that urge though?
It's a flow state, dude. You gotta get in that flow state and
like,
just know peace and fucking tranquility, dude. You really do.
Bro, because, I mean, me personally, I can bullshit. Like, I can fib. I can tell you a story For sure. Like if it came down to that's me and I don't like it. But my default, if I'm like in a situation, I will make up something, dude. Like not necessarily in a boss setting or some shit. Like if the boss were to come up to me and be like, "Oh, why didn't you do this?" Dude, I have 14 reasons in my mind cooking why I didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got, instead of just being like, I didn't do it, you know? I got the reasons. And I have gotten to the point now where like I can spit out I just have a fast working bullshitter meter there for sure. And I see every opportunity as like a chance to practice. Yeah. So it's like, if I see someone who like clearly wants to argue, I feel like I almost kind of lean in just a little bit to get some fucking reps in.
There you go.
It's not healthy. It's not good. Don't do that.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I think about
women don't respect it. Men don't like it.
But I love it.
Yeah, but I love it, dude. I love it.
It's for me.
Yeah.
Do it for me.
He said, I got this really bad habit of making fun of my girlfriend's exes.
But I like it.
Yeah. There's a few things like that in my world. Like, I don't know why, bro. I think it's the old Gemini in me, bro. But sometimes, like, if I like, what is it? What do they call it? Rage baiting, bro. Like, if I see that I can make someone get real upset real quick, like in a little jabby kind of way, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just go for the fucking kill, man. And like, I almost sometimes take it too far. But then I'm like, cause for me, I'm just having fun practicing. But like, then they're pissed off, and I'm just like,
just a schemy little villain.
Yeah. He said, so you really want to know what happened? It's one of my villain moments in life.
He said, you know what they call me around here?
Yeah.
They call me the villain.
Fuck, dude. I think it's so easy, man, the street, dude, to become a super villain.
His name's Ethan, but you can call him Timberwolf. Respect his name.
I'm a peacock, baby. You gotta let me fly. Such a good thing.
He's pretty good.
I'll tell you what, if tomorrow we woke up and we could only talk in movie references, I'd have a lot of shit to say.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think about that. What if that's the apocalypse? What if like just higher fucking speech just goes, bro, and we can only speak in fucking phrases from movies. You got a guy with Tourette's who just is like, they stay the same age. They stay the same age. They stay the same age. High school girls, they stay the same age. Like, he's just going after it, dude.
I hope you guys get the reference there.
I hope so too. I got a buddy in that movie. His name's Sam Ramsden. He's in that.
Main character.
Main fucking K.
They call him Mitch.
Yeah. Bro, I know one Mitch, and it's a tough name to sell these days. Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell. It's a good Mitchell. He is a good guy, but it's a tough name to sell. Makes me think of what names I could have been cool with, you know, as instead of Ethan. I feel like Christopher, probably. Well,
I feel like I got the right name.
Anthony. Yeah.
Some people got the wrong name.
Yeah.
I got the right name.
I feel like every Chad has to fucking. I know one Chad that just doesn't even look like he should be in there. It looks like he should be like a Ronald or a Richard or fucking
Robbie.
Yeah, fucking something that's super simpleton, you know.
No.
Fucking, they could even call him Turd. I don't even know. Cool guy, but just don't look like a Chad. When I think Chad, I think muscles ripped.
Yeah.
You know.
We just watched the season finale of Snowfall.
God, yeah. If you guys haven't checked that out, fuck. That show, bro, is a whole thing, dude.
It's an experience.
It's an experience. There's so much intensity that comes with that. Like, I had a hard time finishing Ozarks because each episode was so heavy. It just felt like so much like you would go through in an episode. But this, I don't know, it always left me like kind of jumpy at the end instead of like fucking, oh, that was fucking tough, dude.
Yeah.
There was some fucking, that was fucking tough moments in that bitch.
Yeah.
But I will say, even though, me personally, I would call out that movie, or that show, left, right, bro. I knew shit was about to happen. I would look at Tony and I'd be like, bro, this motherfucker happened. And then 2 minutes later, I'd be like, I fucking told you about to happen. But either way, that's just because you can't compare great cinema to my mind because I know great cinema.
Even though you can tell what's about to happen, it still just happens in such a way, you know?
Yo, yeah, dude. Like you can smell it crash out. And if you're looking for like top 5 crash outs in movie or TVs, that's one, dude. That is for sure. That probably is my best favorite crash out series ever.
Right.
I have not seen a harder, more successful fucking crash out than the last season of Snowfall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say, God, they lost some good ones. They did.
Shit.
Fucking Jam and
You
Jerome.
don't want to fucking ruin it for the fucking people that have not seen it. Do you know what I mean?
That's true. I could tell this is a show Tony really, really liked, and he's because he's always on that. Hey, yo, don't spoil it for yourself. No, you know, he really wanted me to have that authentic that watch. But I do get it because there are shows and movies out there that you really just want to like see other people's reactions to, you know, like fucking Shutter's Island, Snowfall, Game of Thrones, other show. You know what I mean? They're there.
Like Fight Club. I feel like that's a good one to watch people fucking figure it out.
I've never actually seen Fight Club. I know people don't talk about it, but. And on that note, dude, we're gonna end the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Tune in to all the shit that we're doing. It's in the description. Click the Instagram, follow. Stay tuned because that new show will be coming. We're gonna talk about it in the next couple episodes, so just stay tuned. It will be coming soon.
I thought I couldn't. Dude, I don't know if you've noticed.
What?
But sometimes
the camera shakes.
It's
Yeah.
Why is it doing that constantly?
I thought a ghost. Like seriously, I don't know what else.
It's been a few episodes.
Yeah, I don't know what could be doing. The ground is fucking secure. I don't know.
Makes you wonder.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's just a fucking ghost, dude.
Maybe there's something wrong with your camera.
No.
Yeah.
No.